Good morning children. I hope class 6 children are watching this video and I hope you must be keeping well. In last class we had seen exercise 3b. We have completed also and it was told to complete. I hope you must have done in your notebook, and it was told that new topic will be started. So today we are going to start subtraction in whole number. So already addition we have seen, so we need to do today subtraction in whole number. So let's start. Here you see properties of subtraction. Before that you see subtraction in whole numbers. The operation of subtraction is an inverse process of addition. What does it mean? This is the inverse process of addition. Inverse process of addition means just opposite to addition. Inverse process of addition means opposite to addition. So here you see some examples have been given. 14 plus 9, that is equal to 23. But here in addition what we do, in subtraction what we do, inverse process of that we do. It means suppose if from 23 we are subtracting 14, we will get 9. Or from 23 we are subtracting 9, we will get 14. Here you can see 14 plus 9 we have 23, that is addition. This is addition, already you know how it to be done, and this is subtraction, just opposite to it. 23 minus 14 is equal to 9 and 23 minus 9 is equal to 14. One thing you need to remember, when we add, number increases. Just you see 14 and 9 we have added, number has been increased. You see 23 is greater than 14 and 9. But here you see in subtraction what happens, from the bigger number from where we subtract, that will be greater than both the numbers. So from 23 if you are subtracting 14, you have got 9. So 9 is lesser than 23, 14 is also lesser than 23. 23 minus 9 you have got 14. Again from 23 both the numbers are lesser. This is bigger number, this is smaller number. So when we add, number increases, and when we subtract, number get decreased, because your number was 23, got decreased and it became 14. 23 you had over here, it decreased and became 9. But here you had 14 and 9, that it got increased and became 23. Here you see properties of subtraction. If a and b are two whole numbers such that a is greater than b or a is equal to b, then a minus b is a whole number. Otherwise subtraction is not possible in whole number. Here you see, suppose a and b, a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 4 you have. So here what you can see, a is greater than b. So when you are subtracting b from a, it means 5 minus 4, you get 1. Or second condition you have, when a and b are equal, suppose a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 5, then a minus b is equal to 0 you have got. But here you see, if suppose if b is greater than a, b is greater than a, suppose you will write 4 minus 5. If you will write 4 minus 5, is it possible? You will get minus 1, but this is not whole number, this is integer. This is called integer. So this is not a whole number. This is not a whole number. So since this is not a whole number, b cannot be greater than a when you are subtracting in whole number. So first property is what? Both the numbers either will be equal, or one number from where you are subtracting the other number, that must be greater than that. Then only subtraction is possible, otherwise not. If we subtract two equal whole numbers, we get the whole number 0. That you know. Just now I told. Suppose 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. Any other number you take. 25 minus 25 is equal to 0. It means any two equal numbers, two equal whole numbers are getting subtracted. You get 0, and 0 is a whole number. 8 minus 8 is equal to 0, 6 minus 6 is equal to 0, and 25 minus 25 is equal to 0. If we subtract a smaller whole number from a larger one, we always get a whole number. From bigger number, smaller number is getting subtracted. What you will get? A whole number. Clearly, we cannot subtract 18 from 13 because 18 is greater and 13 is smaller. So, bigger number cannot be subtracted from the smaller number. So 13 minus 18 is not possible or is not defined in whole number. In integer that is possible, later you will study, but here in whole number this is not possible. So only two things we need to remember: when A and B will be equal, or A is greater than B, then A minus B is possible. Otherwise it is not possible. It means if A is greater than B or A is equal to B, then only A minus B you can do. What result you will get? You will get whole number, otherwise it is not possible. For any two whole numbers A and B, A minus B is not equal to B minus A. That also you need to remember, because this was not there in addition. In addition, what happens? A plus B is equal to B plus A. You had seen, you have remembered. If in last video you have seen 4 plus 5 is equal to 5 plus 4, and that is equal to 9. In addition that is possible, but in subtraction that is not possible. Here you see, suppose 5 plus 4, suppose 5 minus 4 is equal to 1, but 4 minus 5 is equal to not defined in whole number. That is not possible. 4 minus 5 is not possible. So clearly A minus B cannot be equal to B minus A. That you need to remember. In subtraction of whole number, A minus B cannot be equal to B minus A. Few examples have been given, you see. 8 minus 5 is equal to 3, but 5 minus 8 is not defined in whole numbers. 26 minus 9 is equal to 17, but 9 minus 26 is not defined in whole numbers. Then you have, for any whole number A, we have A minus 0 is equal to A, but 0 minus A is not defined again. In addition, what we had? In addition, we had A plus 0 is equal to 0 plus A, and that is equal to A. In addition we had. But in subtraction, you see, A minus 0 is equal to A, but 0 minus A is not defined in whole number. That you need to remember. 9 minus 0 is equal to 9, but 0 minus 9 is not defined in whole numbers. 24 minus 0 is equal to 24, but 0 minus 24 is not defined in whole numbers. Then you have, if A, B, C are any three whole numbers, then in general, A minus B minus C is not equal to A minus B minus C. Means what? Associative property we had in addition. We had A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. That was possible in addition, but in subtraction that is not possible. That will not be equal. Here you see some examples are there. 8 minus 4 minus 2. If you are solving this, what you will get? 8 minus 4 is equal to 4. Minus 2 is equal to 2. So left side you have got 2. This you have got 2. But right side, if you are solving this, 8 minus 4 minus 2. So first you will solve this bracket. 4 minus 2 will be 2. So 8 minus 2 will be 6. So 2 and 6 will not be equal. That's why 8 minus 4 in bracket minus 2 is not equal to 8 minus 4 minus 2 in bracket. This will not be equal. It means A minus B in whole minus C will not be equal to A minus B minus C in whole. Next you have if A, B, C are whole numbers such that A minus B is equal to C, then B plus C is equal to A. This is important to understand. This is not difficult. 16 minus 9 is equal to 7, you see. That implies, here you see 16 minus 9 is equal to 7. That implies, suppose you have A, this is B and this is C. It means A minus B is equal to C. Then you can write 9 plus 7 is equal to 16. It means B plus C is equal to A. If you are adding 9 and 7, what will you get? 9 and 7, 16. So if A minus B is equal to C is there, then B plus C will be A. Second example, you see 23 minus 8 is equal to 15. So 8 plus 15 will be 23. Then you have observing patterns. 456 minus 99, that will be equal to 456 minus, in addition also you had done, so you remember 99 can be written as 456 minus 100 plus 1, or 457 minus 100 is equal to 357. This you need to understand. Here you see 100 plus 1 it is written. So it is not 101 because minus 100 you have. So that is required to be remembered. Here you see how it is done. 456 minus 99 you have. So this can be written as 456 minus, in bracket you write, 99 can be written as 100 minus 1. And 456 minus, this is in bracket. So if minus will get in, or when you will open this bracket, then sign will change inside whatever numbers you have of that. So here you see 100 you have in plus, nothing is there, it means plus you have, so that will become minus. So minus 100, and this minus 1 you have, that will become plus. So plus 1. And that's why it has been written 456 minus 100 plus 1. Now 456, this is plus and this is plus, both you add. 456 plus 1 together you write minus 100. So it will be 457 minus 100, and you can write this 357. So in this way it is required to be written. Next number you see, in the same way it has been written, 4962 minus 999. Again in the same way you write down 4962 minus 1000 minus 1. So it will be 4962 minus 1000 and plus 1 it will be. Now 4962 plus 1 will be 4963 and minus 1000. It means 3963, and this will be your answer. So in this way this is required to be simplified. Then you have exercise 3C. So this is so easy. I hope before also you have done this type of question, so you will be able to solve. Perform the following subtractions, check your results by the corresponding additions. So first question you see, suppose you have 6, 2, 3, 7 minus 6, 9, 4. So what you will get? 7 minus 4, you will get 3. 13 minus 9, you will get 4. 11 minus 6, you will get 5. And here you will get 5. 5543. Now check your results by the corresponding additions. You need to check the results. As you had seen, A minus B is equal to C if you have. Then you can write B plus C is equal to A. It means what? 5543 plus 694 will be equal to 6237. That you check that is coming or not. You add this 3 and 4 7, 4 and 9 13, 1 you have, and 5 and 6 12, 5 and 6 11, and 1 12, 1 you have, 5 and 1 6. So you have got this. It means it shows B plus C is equal to A. So this you can write checked after doing this. So in this way these questions are required to be solved. Replace each star by the correct digit in each of the following. Here you see 917, and here you have a star, and here you have 5. Now you see what number is required to be put so that you will get 8 when you need to subtract this. When you need to subtract, so what number is required to be written over here? So here you see this is 7. So what number you will subtract so that you will get 8? Bigger number you are getting. It means 1 you will carry here. So it will become 17. 17 minus what you will write here so that you will get 8. So just you do 17 minus 8. So 17 minus 8 is equal to what? 9. So 17 minus 9 is equal to 8 you will get. Now you see here you have 0, and what you will subtract by this? Here you see here you have 0, so it will become 10. 10 minus 5 is equal to 5. And here you see, here again you need to write down what number. Here you have you are left with 8. So 8 minus what you will write so that you will get 5. 8 minus 3 you will write. So your answers are 3 and 9. So in this way all the questions are required to be done. So I hope you will be able to do, and even you will enjoy of doing. If you will seriously you will work over here, you will enjoy. Find the difference in this question. You see what is needed to be done. Simply you can subtract also, but in this way you subtract. Here you have 463 minus 9. So it can be written as 463 minus 10 minus 1. So it will be 463 minus 10 plus 1. And it will become 464 minus 10. It means 454. And this will be your answer. So in this way, here this 99 can be written as 100 minus 1, 999 can be written as 1000 minus 1, and this is 10,000 minus 1. So in this way you simplify these questions. And then you have word problems. Here you have word problems. So you try to do, these questions are very easy, just you try to do, you will be able to do. Otherwise in next class we will see these questions. So I hope you understood all the things. I don't think any problem you will be having. You just try to do this word problems, and we will see in next class these things, or we can start multiplication of whole numbers. So till then, thank you.